Hi guys, back with another video today. And I've been recently thinking about life itself and yeah, and how when you're younger, I alright, this is my third take, so I was going off some script but not anymore. And I was thinking about how when you're younger, you accumulate so many expectations. Like, based on the title, it's called Trying to Live Up to Expectations. And you get these expectations from yourself, your parents, your friends, your teachers, and then a whole bunch of strangers you don't even know, and then society itself. And all of this starts at a very young age. Like when you're a kid, you get asked what do you want to do when you grow up? And it's a completely innocent question, but as you get older, you realize how much more serious that becomes. That same question becomes, because when you're at that age, what do you want to do when you're older? It's not just oh, I want to be a police officer or astronaut. You have these big dreams, but then you realize when you're around my age, you're oh shit, this is gonna affect my future. Like, this job, this career. I get the same question asked, and I don't know the exact answer to it. They ask me what do you want to do for college, or what do you plan to major in? And I just make some bullshit answer. I'm not gonna lie. I just go in my head. I'm oh no. Okay. There's so many things, expectations. What are you gonna do with your life, or are you gonna become successful? And I think you start to build this mental image in your head of who you're supposed to become, this guy, and then you try to live up to it. And I think not just me, but most of us have this desire to meet those expectations, because deep down I want to feel needed. I don't know about you, if you're watching this video, we want to feel needed. We want to feel like we're doing something right, that we're worth something. If our parents are proud of us, this is some Asian shit, but if your dad says I'm proud of you, then maybe we're doing okay. If our friends look up to us, then nice. And if we're successful, oh, you got money, you're gonna live the good life. And I don't think there's nothing inherently wrong about wanting these things. It's normal to want to accomplish stuff, to make people proud. But I think there is a problem. That a problem starts when you believe that your worth depends on the things you do, on the things you accomplish, whether or not you do it or not. Because say what happens when you fail at the goal or that expectation you're trying to live up to. What happens when you don't get into the college, you don't get the career or job, you don't get the grade, you don't graduate top of your class or something. When you don't become the person you want to be, when you look around and you just see everyone moving forward and they're being successful, and while you're just there stuck. Sometimes I think about this, and I see people sometimes I see myself doing this, and that we see failure not just as failure. We see ourselves as the failure. Like, you're not good enough, you're not smart, you're a mistake. And like, I've experienced this like in my life before. There was this one time, okay, I was in a competition for my school, right? It was this like choir song we were supposed to sing. I go to this private school, and to be honest, I I suck at singing. If you ever heard me, you're like, what the? Yeah, so I suck at singing, and I already knew I was not the best there, but I had these invisible expectations for myself. Like, I should be able to do this. I I think my voice is alright, so I think I could keep up, you know? And then in the middle of a song, like, my voice just started like, I couldn't hit those certain notes, those high notes, even the low ones. Like, my voice was just not it. And I just started thinking, like, can I really do this? Is my voice good enough? Am I good enough? Like, oh, it's kind of cringy, I'm not gonna lie, but this is life. And the more I thought about it, the worse it got. Because I remember in that moment, like, I just remember my eyes, they just become to swell and tear. And I just started having like tears drip down both sides of my face. And I couldn't stop. I was like, oh, I was like, I was like, I was trying to sing, but like I couldn't sing. I was just crying. And I like the restroom, I just started bawling my eyes out, like having a mental breakdown, kinda. And looking back at it, I it wasn't even about the singing. Like, it was all these expectations I placed on myself. That, like, even though, like, let me tell you, it was the first time we sang the song, and then like, I knew nobody was there telling me I had to be the best singer. Nobody was telling me that I wasn't good enough. But somehow I convinced myself I needed to be, and those expectations were weighing me down. Thankfully, I had my friends there, and they comforted me. Like, God bless those guys. Like, man. But this experience made me realize something, that sometimes the person putting the most pressure on you is you. I know that's kind of cringy. Like, I think I heard that a billion times already, but like, it's true. Like, the person who does it is you. And I think that's what makes these expectations so difficult. Because sometimes they're just invisible. They're mental, like, roadblocks. Like, you don't even realize you have them until they become too heavy. Like, say you fail to meet like those expectations, like, you don't think I failed. Like, you start thinking, fuck, maybe I'm a failure, maybe I'm a disgrace. And that's a really bad way of thinking. That's dangerous, because failing something doesn't mean you're a failure. Like, get up, get up. You There's so many more things you can accomplish. You don't have to just dwell on it. Not meeting these expectations doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. And that's something I've been trying to understand. Now, there's this quote, I wrote it down earlier. It's from Uma Musume. I'm still watching it, but I'm on season 3. You should low-key watch it. And it's from this girl, the protagonist. What's her name? Kita-san Black. That's the MC of that season. And it goes like this. Well, I almost suck at reading this, but I can't be like Teo-san, but I don't need to. I can be weak and cowardly and uncool. If that's who I am, even if I'm not a star, not dazzling, and not the protagonist. I can fight and struggle. And I really like that. That's like goated quote. Because like just thinking about it, like there's something cool about not having to live up to like that person's level. You don't have to be the most talented, or you don't have to be smartest or successful. You don't have to be that person everyone looks at and thinks, wow, I want to be them. You can just be you. And you can still fight and try for yourself. And I think we get caught up in wanting to be that ideal version of ourselves, that we forget to live how we are right now, like how we live right now, or pardon me, who we are right now. We're constantly thinking about who we should be rather than who we could be in that present moment, like who we're supposed to be. We're sorry, I'm reading off a script right now. Yeah, like I was saying, like we should just focus on who we could be. And even though like we keep chasing that idealized version, like we keep going for that, we might eventually start to hate the person we currently are. And that's not fair, okay? Like you're probably not even gonna become that like idealized version, like that one everyone expects. I mean, you could probably do it, but like that like idealized version, maybe not. You don't have to. Like your parents might have a life that they want for you. Your friends might have expectations, your younger self. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, do I really want this? Is this something I want? Like, do I need to really become this person? And I think there's a difference between like wanting to improve and feeling like you aren't enough. Because like you can become better without having to hate yourself. You can have goals without believing that you're worthless until you achieve them. Because, and like I'm still learning that, because even until now, like it's easy to say don't care what other people think, but that's not how humans work. That's not how I work. Like I care, I give a shit, I give a fuck. I want people to like me. I love my parents to be proud of me. I love that feeling. I love that feeling. I want that feeling to feel meaningful, like we're doing something. And that's just being human. So maybe the goal isn't to stop caring about these expectations. Like, we don't have to carry these, but we don't have to meet every single one of them. You don't have to live your life according to what people want you to be, to everyone else's standards. You don't have to prove you're worthy. Maybe you can be weak. You can be cowardly and uncool. And you can fail, but I'm gonna keep fighting. I'll struggle. Like the girl, what's her name? Kita-san Black from Uma Musume. She isn't saying like I'm the best or that I'll become that person. She's saying I'm not that person. I'm not, and that's okay. She says, I'm still gonna fight. I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna try. And if you think you're someone who constantly tries to live up to expectations, whether that's from your parents or friends or yourself, I hope that you remember that your life is still your life. You don't have to become some idea of success. You could just be you. There's still time to grow for you, and maybe instead of spending your whole life trying to prove that you are enough, you can start believing that you already are. That's all for the video. And for a message for your future me, like, you got this, man. I believe in you. Bye bye.